Assalamualaikum everyone, what's up? Welcome back to another tea talk. I really want to make this a series on my channel because I think it's very important to be able to talk about these issues and talk about my experiences as a Muslim revert and things like that. I know I've done something like it in the past, but it's very sporadic on my channel and it was never like an official type of series, but I do want to change that now. So today I want to talk about being a Muslim on social media. Like, social media is such a big thing in our community right now. Everyone has one, all our presidents have it as well, and just it's such a common thing to have. But I know that it's a different experience when you have a Muslim background, or you're wearing a hijab, or you're someone like me who is a Muslim revert. Before we get into that topic though, I am going to make my tea. I'm going to be using the green rose, which is my absolute favorite tea of all time, and this is from T2. I have it in my little tea infuser right here. I love this thing so much, it's the best. I also have a new mug. Mugs are like my thing, I don't know, I'm so obsessed with them. But this one says take life one cup at a time, and I just think it's like super duper cute. So I'm just gonna put my tea over there and let that seep in. This smells absolutely amazing, you guys. It's just the best tea ever. So going back to the topic of the video, I can give you both sides of the coin. Prior to converting to Islam, I was already on social media. I was a YouTuber, a beauty guru, or whatever you want to call us. So I was mainly focused on makeup and fashion and all that kind of stuff. I will say that it's like 1000% different to being a Muslim creator, let alone a hijabi creator, because the expectations are just like worlds apart. Regardless of what you do, there's always going to be people out there that want to tear you down and that want to judge you for what you're doing and all that kind of stuff. But it is very different when it comes to being a creator wearing a hijab. Because when I wasn't wearing the hijab and I wasn't Muslim and I was just doing like my makeup tutorials and stuff like that, of course I would still get hate. But the hate would be targeted more towards like my appearance, for example, my features, or like how I could have blended my eyeshadow a whole lot more or something like that, or like something I wore didn't suit. Just, you know, something like that, which of course at the time it was still like, oh, how can you say that? But then when I did put this on and everything, like the tone of the criticism takes a whole different turn because it gets super duper personal. Majority of the haters, or I hate that word so much, but majority of the hate you get is about your religion. It's about your religion and how committed you are to your religion. Keep in mind, the people who are making statements about your religiousness and how religious you are and how committed you are to your deen or whatever, they're people who don't know you at all. And in real life, no one, like, I swear, like, I can place a bet on this if betting wasn't haram. But like, people who, you know, are so brave online and things like that, they're gonna make like a 20-line essay about, you know, why you're so haram. Like, they don't have the balls to like come up to you in real life or come up to anybody. Like, these are strangers at the end of the day, right? Like, it's, if you put it in a real life context, it makes absolutely no sense, because, you know, who would go up to a stranger that they don't know nothing about, and just, you know, tell them, like, nitpick all of their like little faults and tell them how to practice their own faith and their life and all that kind of stuff? No one is going to do that in real life because it's rude. Like, it's just rude, right? It's common sense that you don't go up to a stranger and just assume stuff and just blabber away about how you think they're living their life wrong. Like, anyone who has like half a brain is gonna look at you and be like, you know, F off, pretty much. Like, let's be real, like, no one's going to take that in real life, which is the reason why no one does it in real life. But for some reason, on the internet is like this magical place where everyone feels so confident because, like, you can hide behind your, like, blank username and, you know, having no profile. Side note to that, it's so funny how it's always those profiles that have like no DP, it's privated, it has like 0 posts and it's following like a bajillion people with no followers. They're always the ones that have so much to say. It's like they have like a separate account. Honestly, I reckon they do. They have like a separate account to their personal account, and that account is just to honestly just bash everyone else, just be judgmental and point everyone else's flaws so that no one can see your own like personal thing, even just something as simple as your picture. Like, no one can see it so that they can't do the same to you type of thing. I don't know. It's just really, really hypocritical, and it's just funny how it's always those people and those accounts that have the most to say. So going back to that whole entitled mentality of like giving unsolicited advice, like it is unsolicited, like nobody asked you for your opinion. I'm sorry. Like the whole thing of, she's a public figure, so you know, she's asking for people's opinion. No, we're not. We're really not. We're just out here to share like our creative side. This is our creative outlet. Like all your advice and all those kind of things, they're really unsolicited. Like we don't know you. And the whole argument about it being public is just so funny because, you know, you can go outside of your home and that's public. But again, in real life, no one is going to go up to anyone in like a public setting and just, you know, nitpick their flaws as if that person has to care. You know what I mean? Muslims on social media is such a personal topic for me as well, because prior to converting, when I was going through my stage of researching, which by the way took like 3 years, but during that stage, it was hijabi bloggers that broke a lot of these stereotypes that I used to have, and a lot of the, you know, negative, yeah, it was negative stereotypes and negative associations that I had with Islam. Little backstory, by the way, if you haven't watched my conversion video, and I deleted that as well, so you can't see it anymore, but I was born Catholic, and then I became an atheist, and then I became Catholic again, and then I found Islam. And you know, during that whole time of me, you know, researching Islam and stuff like that, I did look at bloggers like Deena was the first one I came across. I love her so much. Till to this day, like she's still my #1 favorite hijabi blogger, and just blogger in general. It was her, Hijab Hills, which is Ruba, and Habiba de Silva. They were the women that really inspired me and, you know, helped see modesty in a new light. Because like, okay, when I said I was an atheist, I was a staunch atheist, right? And so I was very skeptical with everything to do with religion, and I had a very negative view of modesty, because I only see, you know, what the media outlets and all of that kind of stuff show, and it's never really anything good, right? I had a very, very negative view on modesty and hijab and all that kind of stuff, and I was very, you know, pro-body, and I still am. Personally, like me, this is the way I want to dress, but I won't go around telling other people how to dress. You know what I'm saying? But at the time, I just had this belief that Muslim women are only allowed to wear black, and they can only wear the big hoodie that hides their whole body and head and neck and everything. To me, I thought it was a big hoodie. That's how I remember seeing it, and it's so odd thinking about it now because I know exactly what it is. It's jilbab. And of course, I'm not saying anything is wrong with that because I know better now. I thought that you can only be considered a Muslim woman if you looked like that. And so seeing people like Deena and Ruba and Habiba, where they're still able to, you know, creatively, you know, express themselves through their fashion and through, you know, everything they do in life, but within the limits of modesty and within the limits of hijab, it was game-changing. Like, it blew my mind pretty much, okay? It was really welcoming in a sense that it made it more relatable. And don't twist my words, I'm not saying that, you know, they were relatable to me because they dressed like non-Muslims or anything like that. That is not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is you can't start at the finish line, and to see people, you know, be so open about their struggle and admit that, you know, they're not ready to do this just yet, but they're still calling themselves practicing Muslims and they're still trying and they're still on the grind and things like that. It is inspiring and it's refreshing, and it's something that, you know, really motivated me. And so it's really personal for me when I see hate, especially on Deena. Like on Deena's page, when I see hate, it annoys me so much because she's done so much for me. She is such a big, like, she motivates me so much. She is such an inspiration, and it's so annoying to see people like nitpick all the wrong things that she does, and people saying that she's, you know, swaying people away from the right path. No, honey, she's not. We all know that we're not perfect. Like, she's not perfect. She's never admitted to being perfect, and we don't expect her to be perfect. Like, people think that they can just, you know, put on these force this responsibility onto these public figures and be like, no, you're responsible to how you influence like all our daughters and stuff like that. It's like, no, honey. No, Habibti, you are responsible for your own deen, and you are responsible for your daughter's deen especially. Like, literally, I'm pretty sure that's in the Quran somewhere. Like, it's your kid. It's your bloody kid. Why would I be responsible for your bloody kid? Or why would she be responsible for your bloody kid? I'm getting so tongue-tied. I bring that up now because the last argument I had, which I'm sorry, I'm one of those petty people sometimes. Like, just sometimes though, especially when it comes to Deena. I saw someone, like, she was going on about how her daughter is like acting up and she was blaming Deena Tokyo for it. And yeah, it's just the most ridiculous thing because it's like, but you're her mother. Like, you should be the one, like, responsible of your daughter. Why would you blame, like, a YouTuber to how your daughter is, like, living her life and, like, practicing her deen? That's, like, literally the parent's responsibility and, you know, of course, the individual itself. Even when it comes to supporting, like, their products and stuff like that, I remember when Habiba de Silva came out with her scarves, like, so many people had a rage about, like, how expensive it was and who does she think she is and stuff like that, but then those same people wouldn't, you know, hesitate to buy other beauty guru merch or beauty guru palette or something like that, or even, you know, just, I don't know, there's merch lines from every, like, single YouTuber nowadays, but, like, people won't bat an eye for that. But when it comes to, like, your fellow, like, sister trying to, like, start a business, alhamdulillah, like, mashallah, good on her, like, nobody wants to support. Nobody wants to support a sister. My husband is here, as you guys can see. No, the hijab is gonna go on my foundation, or the foundation is gonna go on my hijab more often. No, stop it, just get out. He's bored, that's why he's here. Okay, I'm back. My Amoni actually gave me some masala tea, so I'm gonna drink this instead of the green tea. So I have like two cups here right now. When it comes to milk tea, masala chai is actually like my #1 favorite thing of life. It's just really, really good. She does it on the stove as well, which is like the best thing ever. Okay, I forgot where I left off. Basically, just be nice. Like, there's nothing, you can't gain anything good from being negative. Like, it's bad for you, it's bad for the person, it's just stupid. And just support your fellow Muslim, because, you know, how are we, you know, expecting to be represented in, you know, mainstream media if we're not even going to support, you know, each other? And I just think that that's really important as well. It's not a competition whatsoever. Every single time I get like a DM from a fellow hijabi, for example, saying that she wants to start a YouTube and things like that, I always share their profiles on my social media, because I don't lose anything from doing that. It's a nice thing. She's happy, I'm happy, and everyone's happy. You know what I mean? And it's really nice. It's nice to see a fellow sister have a voice, have her voice out there and have her succeed and things like that. I'm all for pretty much hijabi power over here. But yeah, I'm gonna end it there because I'm feeling really loopy. I'm getting like a weird little sugar high from my masala tea because it's really, really nice. Okay, I think I'm gonna end the video here. If you guys are enjoying this series, let me know in the comments down below. If you guys want me to touch on certain topics, if you have recommendations on that, let me know down below as well. Don't forget to check out the first video I did on this Tea Talk series, which is with my girl Paris Amelia. We talked about mistakes as a Muslim revert, and we touched on the family pressure, and just pressure from the community in general, hijab, and all of those kind of things. And then on her channel, we also talked about hijab and self-confidence and accepting yourself, and all these changes in your life and things like that. It's really, really good content, so please go and check those out. I will leave a link to them down below as well. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, and yeah, I will see you in the next one.